Hello, welcome back again. This is Felix Art. I'm showing how to use the smudge brush to blend when shading. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I use the smudge brush. First of all, I'm going to start with a sketch on this reference. Okay. Then I'll use the pen tool to draw the outline. So once I'm done with the sketch, then I'll close this reference. Okay, then use the hard eraser to erase. So now once you are done with the hard eraser, okay, then I'm going to open this layer, then duplicate the reference, then I'll close this one, then set this one apart. Then I use the hard eraser to erase this particular side. So we are going to be opening a new layer. Okay, so I'm just going to open this new layer right here. Okay, then I will drag this one at the top. So this new layer that I opened, I will use the Copic color. So let's say you are working on a dark or light skin person, you can use this color. You can use either the A23 or A33. Okay, so I use both these colors. Okay, so in this point I will use this color. I will use the A23. But before using that color, I'll use the color picker to pick from the reference. Okay, you can either create your own color or you can pick from the reference. So I'm going to add this first color. Okay, then I can also add the same color right here, but I can adjust it like this. I'll just take the luminance, then add to the scrubs. So once I'm done with that part, then I'll use the hard eraser to erase. So let me take the background down a bit. Okay, then you can start to erase. So now at this point, once you are done with the hard eraser, okay, then you can go back to the background, then take it back to 100. So now like I said, we are going to use the copy color. Okay, so before adding that, I need to open a new layer. So that is the layer. Then make sure that the layer is under, then while the base color is above. Okay, so once I open the new layer, then I'll use the color. I'll use the color E23. Then I'm going to add it like this. So once you are done with that part, then you can use your hard eraser to erase. So now, as you can see, I'm done with the hard eraser. So what to do next is very easy. You just need to click the plus button to create a new layer. Then you're going to be using the palette I made myself. So how to create this palette is very easy. You can use any you can use the color wheel to create any palette of your choice. But how I did mine was that I used the copy color, the E33, then took it down. So just I took the luminance down to 20, then I also took it to 10%. So this was the color I made myself. So you can try this, it's very easy. So this was the two colors I've been using for doing shading. So like I said, you just need to create a new layer, then use the dark color, or you can use this color. You can use the lighter color. So what I did here is very easy. So I will just use the tool. I use the hard airbrush. Okay, then I shade like this. Okay, then go back to the other side, then you repeat the same process. So let's say you can't do it like this. Okay, you can use this method. You can use the easy one. You can use this. You can use the flow airbrush. You can use the flow airbrush. Like if you don't want to go through those stress of blending, you can use this method. You can use this method of shading. Because when you are using the flow airbrush, your shading looks very smooth. So like you don't need much blending. But let's say you want to make your artwork look very neat, then you need to use the smudge brush to apply more. Like you just need to use the smudge brush to blend each part, so that it will look very good and smooth. So you can see I'm using the flow airbrush. Okay, so for those ones that don't know how to use the hard airbrush, because sometimes it might look that hard when you're using the hard airbrush. So I will use the flow airbrush to show you how it's done. So you can see I'm done with the shading. Okay, so what to do here is to make it look very smooth. So you use your smudge round bristle brush. Okay, use the smudge round bristle brush, then you can set the flow. Okay, if you don't know how to set the flow, you can just go to settings, then you can increase this, or you can take it left, right. Okay, so I normally use the I use the flow of let's say I take the flow to 2 to 3 from 1 to 5%. So in between those numbers, I use mostly 3%. Okay, then I'm going to smudge like this. You can drag it like this. Okay, you can drag it like this, then you smudge. Just blend it that way. Just smudge. Same goes here too. Just need to repeat that same process. Use the smudge brush to blend. So you can see that in this you can see that in this center right here, I need to add some details. So no need to worry. You can use the hard eraser. Okay, just use your hard eraser to create. Just erase this part to create some details. Okay, then use the smudge brush to blend. So once you use the smudge brush to blend, it will look like this. It will look like you added some light effects. Okay, so I'm going to use the flow brush to add some shadows here. Okay, so if yours is not looking that thick, let's say it's not looking that thick the way you want it, you can switch to this color. You can switch to this color. You can switch to this color to make it look thick if you want. Let's say depending on the reference you are working on. So you can use the dark color to make it look thick. Then I'll use the smudge brush to blend again. So now once I'm done with that part, then I'll add some shadows. So I can use the dark color to add shadows. You can use it if you want, depending on the reference you're working on. Okay, so once I'm done with that side, then I will switch over to this color, then shade the inside. And just shade it like this. Just add some shadows. So now once you are done with that part, then you can use your hard eraser to erase. So it's very easy. You just use your hard eraser. Okay, then you erase all this part like this. So now I'm done with the hard eraser. So you might be thinking what to do next. Okay, you just need to create a new layer. Then you take this layer like this. So this layer will be at the center. Okay, it will be at the center. You just need to take it like this. Then this layer will be above the base color, that's the skin color. Then the shaded layer will be on top. Then while this one will be at the center. Okay, now what to do next is to use different type of colors. Let's say you want to add those details you want. So you can see that it's not too dark. Okay, it's not too dark. Then you can use this color. You can use the A21, or if you don't have the Copic color, you can just use the color wheel. Make sure to set it at this point here. Okay, then you can drag it like this. Okay, you can just drag it to this point somewhere here. You can use that milk color. Okay, so what I'll do here is that I'll use the flow airbrush. So let's say you want to add details, I use the flow airbrush to add details. So just to add some colors, okay, I'm using the milk color. Yeah, I'll just add it like this. So it won't look exactly like the reference, because there are people that doesn't know how to use multiple colors. So like I'm just showing the first color to use. So let's say you are adding the first color, that's the milk color, okay, just to make it look to make the artwork look let's say just to give the artwork that color we want. Okay, now once you are done with this color and you want to still add more colors, okay, you can use the copy color or use your color wheel. So for those who have copy color, you can use this and just go back to this side right here, then you can use the YR16 or that YR16, or you can use the YR14. So I'll be using the YR16, then I'll add this color here. Okay, you can see it's almost like the reference. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like. So I just added only 2 colors. Okay, I added 2 colors. So once you're done with that part, then we're going to leave it. Okay, then we'll go back to this layer right here. Okay, so I will lock the layer. Okay, so once I'm done locking the layer, then I will use the tool. I can use the hard airbrush to add this color. So for those who don't have the copy color, you can use this color wheel. Okay, so I will just take it to this part like this, then use this color. I'll just set yours like this, then use this color. Okay, then you just add it here. Please you'll need to open a new layer when adding this color. Okay, you'll need to open a new layer when adding this color. So once you're done with that part, you can use your smudge brush to blend like this, just to make it look accurate. Or you can use your hard eraser. So first I will use the smudge brush to do it like this. Okay, then use the hard eraser to erase these parts. So now at this point, just use your hard eraser, then you can erase it like this. Okay, very easy. Okay, just like that. So you just go back to this layer. Okay, make sure that this layer is locked, then you can use any of the tool. You can use this tool to add those texture, okay, on the gene. So I'll use this tool. I can use any tool that matches the reference. So you can use the charcoal and mix with some other tools right here. Okay, so I'll use this one first. So now the color to use, you can pick from the base color, then increase the luminance like this, then you add. You can take the opacity down, then you add like this. Okay, so once you are done adding, you can still use some color. You can switch to this tool, dotted tool, then you can add it just to give it that gene texture. Okay, So you can see that it has some shadows. You can switch back to the hard airbrush, or you can use the flow airbrush, then add some shadows here like this. Okay, then use the color picker to pick from this side, then you just take it here, then use the hard airbrush to add this line. Okay, then use dark color to add the shadows, just like that. Very easy. So now you can go back to this layer right here, then add some light color. You can use the flow brush to add some white color. Make sure to lock this layer. Okay, so I have to lock this layer. Okay, so then you can add it like this, just like that. Very easy. Then I'll go back to this layer again just to complete this gene. Just use the your hard airbrush to add all these lines. Okay, just like that. So now once you are done with that part, then I'll go back to this layer. Still on that same layer, okay, you can use your hard airbrush, then you pick from the base color, then reduce the color like this. You can use the dark color, then you shade. Okay, so once you shade that first part, then you can use your smudge brush to blend. You can take the flow to 10%. Okay, so you can do it like this. You can see how I'm using the smudge brush to drag it down like this, just to give it those shapes. So now once we are done with that first side, then you can use the hard airbrush to add some shadows here like this. You just need to add some shadings. Okay, first of all, we just need to start with this type of shadings before we use the other colors to add. Let's say you want to add some details, so this will be the first one to do. You just need to use the smudge brush to blend all those parts. Okay, just to create all those curves like this. So now what to do here is very easy. Okay, very easy. So what to do here, once you are done with that part, then you can use the hard airbrush to pick on the base color, then you take the luminance up like this. Okay, just increase the luminance. Okay, then you can just add some colors. Just add here and add here, then I'll add this side. Then you can also add some highlights over here. Then add another one too. Then add another one here again. So once you're done with that part, then you just use your smudge brush. Make sure it's at just set the flow to 10%. Then you can start smudging like this. You just need to blend. Just start blending those colors like this. So now you can see how I'm using the smudge brush to blend this part. Okay, you can just use the smudge brush to blend the whole color. Okay, you can just use it to blend the whole color. Then once you're done, you can still add more details if you want, but I'll just show you how to use the smudge brush to blend those colors. So if you're using the smudge brush and it's hard, you can just increase the flow again to 15. But there are some people that don't know how to handle those flows. So you can use, let's say, from 10, 5, 8. Okay. So now you can see I'm almost done with it. I just need to add some. Light color. I'm going to add here again. Then use the smudge brush to blend. So you can see on the reference, they are much. Let's say you just need to look at the reference, then you can see where to add those light colors. Okay, let's say if you're not getting it, you just look at the reference and you fix those sides that you can't blend. Let's say we are using the smudge brush to blend, so you just have to look at the reference. So now I'm still going to add some colors here, and just take it like this, then add one here again. So once I'm done adding that color, then I'll use the smudge brush to blend. Okay, just take it like this. Just like that. Then you can still add some details under. Just take the luminance down, then you add here. Okay, then use the smudge brush to blend. You can see. So now we are going to apply that same process on the next one. Okay, just use the smudge brush, use the hard airbrush, then you just click, use this color. Okay, then you just add. So now there you have it. Okay, you can see I just use that same way I did on this first one, then add it to the second one. So that's how to use the smudge brush to blend. Okay, how to use the smudge brush. So there you have it. I'm going to add some shadows. I'll just go back to this layer, then create a new one. Okay, then I'll just add some shadows. Then use the smudge brush to blend. Let me take the flow down. then take the I will take the opacity down like this. So there you have it. Okay, just like that. That is how to use the Smudge brush to blend. Okay guys, thanks for watching.